Okay.
Okay, so we're actually still here in the All Saints Church of Ireland graveyard here in Stradbally in Castleconnell, and here at this minute we're looking at the Tierney, or the headstone of John Tierney from Garden Hill. And John Tierney then was a brother to Johanna Tierney, my great-grandmother, and your great-grandmother as well. And then his wife Bridget, who died in May the 21st, 1943, aged 80. And his John Tierney's sister Elizabeth Tierney, that was married to Noonan, died the 5th of December 1952, aged 87. And then Daniel Tierney, or Dan Tierney as he was known as, that was a son of theirs, and he died on the 28th of October 1981, aged 73. And lastly then you have Mary Tierney, who died on the 7th of March 2002, aged 90. And just to clarify as well, that John Tierney died on the 12th of June 1945, aged 84 years of age.
And you think that John Tierney's mother and father may also be buried here, but not listed on the headstone? Yeah. Okay.
And it would have been just quite unfortunate that the family didn't come along and inscribe the names on a headstone, but obviously every family situation dictates otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. And this, and the name of this church again
the
is?
name of this graveyard is called the All Saints Graveyard in Stradbally. It's known more locally as Stradbally Graveyard, but the proper name is actually All Saints Graveyard. And this is where the Maloneys, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents are also buried here as well.
So it's not called St. Patrick's?
It's not called St. Patrick's, no.
Yeah, you're right.
It's called
okay.
All Saints.
Good. Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have another one of the Maloneys buried in the Extension Graveyard in Stradbally. And here we have Bridget Moloney, who was married to Michael Quinlivan. And Bridget Moloney then would have been a niece to my grandfather and a niece to Ellen Moloney as well. And she died in 1996, on the 12th of January 1996. And her husband, Michael Quinlivan, died on the 14th of April 1980, aged 73. But reference is also made then to Mrs. Mary Moloney, who was Bridget's mother. That was my grandfather's sister and Ellen Moloney's sister. But you do know from family stories that Mary Moloney is not buried in this plot, only that her name was printed on the headstone just for memorabilia's sake and for future reference, but she's actually officially buried in the first burial plot where the Maloneys are actually buried. So that's as much as I can tell you about this person.
And do you know what Clune Commons is?
Yeah, Clune Commons is actually the next district to Garden Hill, where the Maloneys originated from.
Okay.
And Clune Commons was obviously another place where the Bridget Moloney lived for a period of time until her mother died. But Bridget and her brother Jack Moloney were very, very young when Mary Moloney died. And then Bridget and Jack Moloney's father, whose name was called Michael Moloney, he left Castleconnell. He left Clune Commons in Castleconnell and went into America and remarried.
Okay, right. Okay. And Anna Holte?
Yeah, that's the next district. That would be roughly about a mile, no, maybe about 2.5, 3 miles from Clune Commons. And it would be the next district to Clune Commons and to Garden Hill as well.
All right, good.
So that's that.
So you can see we're in the other part of the cemetery. The church is way back up there, up the hill, where the original Moloney burial plot is. And
this extension graveyard is where all the Roman Catholics are actually buried, whereas in the first plot that we were in is actually where in one part there's a section dedicated to the Church of Ireland people, and then in the top part is where the Roman Catholics are also buried.
Got it. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, in this particular burial plot here, we have Patrick Tierney from Wood Park, Castleconnell. Patrick Tierney was a brother to Johanna Tierney, my great-grandmother as well. And he died on the 4th of January 1961, aged 93 years. And then you had Kathleen Tierney, who died on the 4th of March 1977 in aged, what is it, 86 years of age, and that was obviously his wife. So then you have the son Martin Tierney, who would have been, let me see now, a nephew. Yeah, a nephew. Thanks for that, Rob. A nephew to Johanna Tierney and to John Tierney, and a son of Patrick Tierney, and he died on the 9th of November 1988, age 73 years of age. And then his wife Kathy Tierney died the 22nd of November 1983, aged 80 years of age as well. So that's just another connection belonging to the Moloney Tierney family as well.
Yeah, okay, excellent. So here we are at St. Joseph's Church in Castleconnell, and we just came from the church where the cemetery is, where all the Maloneys are buried. But this is a church where they were all baptized, and many of them were married as well.
That's correct, yeah. And this is actually the Roman Catholic Church in Castleconnell, and this is where Mary, Bridget, Ellen, Elizabeth, Catherine, Patrick, Margaret, John Moloney, and obviously Johanna Moloney would have been baptized along with Johanna Tierney, along with all the Tierney family, as well as Thomas Moloney and Thomas Moloney's own two brothers as well. And this is obviously, you know, this particular church does hold a lot of sentimental value for the Maloneys and for me personally, because this is obviously the church that both my parents and I come to Mass regularly, and you know, there's a lot of family history associated with it. And when we were above at the graveyard, which was only roughly less than a mile away, or close enough to a mile away, that is obviously the location then where the Maloneys and the Tierneys are buried. And as the years went on, like the Maloneys, it was noted that there was always a closeness. Thanks for the little music interlude as well, provided by the driver there. There was always a great bonding between the Maloneys and the Tierneys for many, many years, and it's even going back like to my great-grandfather's time, to my grandfather's time, John Moloney's time, to my mother's time, as well as the different generations of the Tierneys, because you know, like based on family stories and different family events, if you know, some of the Tierneys ran into trouble maybe with animals calving, or if some of the family members got sick, and likewise with the Maloneys, we could always turn to the Tierney family for help and assistance at any time. And that was one thing that was brought down from generation to generation, which can't be taken from the family, and that is the pride and the respect, and more so the respect between the Moloney families and the Tierneys, and the great friendship, the great bonding, and the great camaraderie between the different members of the Moloney and the Tierney family. And it's something that I even feel proud of today, based on different events that, you know, little stories or little incidences or little happenings that would have taken place between the Tierneys and the Maloneys down through the years. And it's great that, you know, that A, it's great to have great neighbours like the Tierneys, and B, it's great to have a great family like the Tierneys as well as the Maloneys, that we're all there for each other. Okay.
And did you also say that this is the site where Thomas Moloney was married, or his father was married?
Was married, yeah.
John Moloney?
John Moloney and Mary Hooligan.
Hooligan, yeah, Mary Hooligan.
Yeah.
And so that would have been your great-great-grandfather, my great-great-great.
Yeah. And this is where Thomas Moloney's Thomas Moloney's brothers would have been married as well, you know, and would have been baptized as well.
So Thomas Moloney was married to
Johanna Tierney.
And then Thomas's father John was married to
a girl called Mary Hooligan.
Hooligan, like
Hooligan, Hourigan.
Okay.
Hourigan, yeah.
Okay.
And Thomas Moloney's two brothers then were also baptized here in the church.
Yeah.
And you know, like we're the family, based on family information, we're at least 95 to 99% certain that John Moloney and Mary Hooligan actually got married here in this particular church.
Yeah, okay, interesting.